We could do Tomorrow's World. That's holds like that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that requires an applause.
There you go.
I'm Richard Headon, co-artistic director. I've risen up through the ranks to that role.
I'm Jon Beedell. I co-founded the company with Richie Smith in 1980, and I've been stuck with it ever since.
And you are the...
our co-artistic director, the other co-artistic director. We are the operational managers, if you like, of the company.
The company
run it.
Being
Desperate Man.
We sort of scratch issues that we're interested in at the time. And they usually have a political edge to them. But we're not, you know, we can do entertainment. But I think of that. That's been a plus for Desperate Men, but also it's you know, commercially that hasn't always been the best decision. You've got to have a sort of mixed bag of work, really. I mean, the current show, Slapstick and Slaughter, is, you know, about war, and it's bizarre, and it's physical, and it's stupid, and it's comic, but it doesn't sell greatly. So we have it in the cupboard. It works well for us. We pull it out.
It's also about Dada.
Yeah.
Because we looked. I mean, I think we do. We do look at current issues. We do take topical issues, and obviously we're involved and informed about the world, and the things that are around us affect the work that we do. But we're not polemical or political or proselytising in that kind of way. We're not like we have a message, but we try and reflect things that we're concerned about or interested in the work that we do. So some of it may be political in that way. Working in our studio, and just arsing about with various ideas, and on the wall was a big square canvas that somebody had given us, and we thought, well, let's just take it off the wall and play with that and hide behind it, and so we could lift it up and show our feet, and we just try and do a little show with our feet, and what can we do with our feet. And that canvas came off the wall, and then we thought, actually, this is quite fun playing with this big canvas, and we can pop over the head to the top of it and then the side of it and lift it up and turn it round. So we just played with that, and then that became in the show, and then we commissioned somebody to make us a special painting that was based on the First World War, and then we said it's got to fit in the back of the car, because we wanted to just have a small show that was just the two of us. So we got him to split it in half and fold it up so it would go in the back of an estate car. So that kind of just grew from accidental what we found in the studio. Collaboration is not about consensus. It's not about all kind of agreeing a way of working together particularly, or what you're going to do. It's actually giving your collaborators a bit of autonomy to do what they do best, and you finding that balance between what you do. And again, a lot of conversation, and sometimes because we work with people from different disciplines, it's sometimes very difficult to have quite the same language. We have a shorthand between us and between other performers that maybe lighting designers or dancers don't have quite that same language.
We've in a way developed those skills to be directors and cultural strategists and that kind of thing. But I think the unique thing of us is we're still the silly boys who go out and do the performing. So one minute we're welcoming local authority people into the festival with our suits on or smart jackets, and the next minute we're out goofing around. And I think that really confuses people, you know, normally you're one thing or the other. But I think we like that. We like still being out there. We've often thought within the work we have to try and recreate nature, natural occurrences. We had years ago with the whale that came up the Thames, hundreds of thousands of people went down to see the whale, and we always thought that's what we need to do, is come up with ideas that people are impelled, they must come down and see it. And that's you know, that's really hard. The compelling image. We call it the giraffe on a raft. You know, how do you you know, how do you top nature?
Might have to explain giraffe on a raft. It's become our shorthand for finding the compelling image, and it came from working on the Seven Project and working in Shrewsbury, where Charles Darwin was born, and we thought about Darwin coming back up the river to Shrewsbury from his travels, like Dr. Dolittle on a raft with the push me pull you or whatever. We thought if you got a giraffe on a raft coming up the river to Shrewsbury, everybody would go and see it. You know, there's no way if you heard that there was a giraffe coming up on a raft up the Severn River, you'd go, I want to go and see that. So it became our shorthand for how do you find what's the giraffe on the raft thing. So you can have that for nothing. There you go. Just as a metaphor, I've been reading a lot about rewilding, and I think the street art sector needs a bit of rewilding because it's been under this intensive agricultural system and subsidies for so long that it needs to be rewilded. There you go. Whatever that
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
Does anybody-
Rewild the street arts.